tonight's mission is all about a love story.
Yeah, but it's not a happy love story. It's a tragedy almost.
But apparently the place that we go into is one of the most haunted places in Christchurch.
And they say that these spirits here are still connected to the earthly realms, so I'm hoping to have a few sightings of my own.
Oh, that'd be good.
Well, here it is, guys. Riccarton House. It's always the way that the most beautiful places hide the darkest secrets, and I think that could well be the case tonight. I'm looking forward to the guys getting in there, and I think maybe even I might see something tonight. It's got that strange feel about it.
Riccarton House is also a very important historical place. It was built in 1855 by the founding family of Canterbury, but it's also got a very interesting and romantic backstory. It was built by a woman in honour of her dead husband, so I guess in a roundabout way that makes this the Taj Mahal of Christchurch. It's said that the spirit of Jane Dean still lingers here. There's been numerous sightings for nearly 100 years now, so I'm actually really looking forward to getting in tonight because I think there's a good chance that she may make an appearance.
So the history goes way back, yeah?
It goes back to the 1840s. The Deans were Canterbury's first family, the founding family. And this house represents their fortunes and their progress, but also their triumph and their tragedy. A Scottish family, and the principals are John Deans and Jane McElwraith. And John came to Canterbury in the 1840s and left Jane behind. And as events turned out, she waited 10 years.
That's true love.
They got married, came back and into the cottage where they had one son, and then the husband, John I, had tuberculosis.
No, that's what makes me so sad. She waited 10 years and they were only married for under 2.
Less than 2 years, and she was literally left holding the baby in the cottage. And so John didn't see this house, obviously, and so it was Jane's labour of love to build this house.
The interesting thing about this location is that we're pretty much dealing with one specific spirit who likes to make regular appearances in very specific locations. So what I thought I would do is set up cameras in some of Jane Dean's hotspots where she likes to haunt, her bedroom, the landing, the attic as well, and pretty much just let Carol and Michael go for a bit of a wander on their own throughout the entire building, or maybe where Jane Dean leads them.
Built for love and stuff is great, but this poor woman, Jane, had to build this house without the help of her husband and that sort of thing, and it's quite heart-wrenching. And so if she is still lingering around, she must be a very unsettled soul.
There have been a lot of tragedies here, and you can feel that in the place. I think probably Jane Dean would never want to leave somewhere that she's put her life and soul into.
Right.
Her bedroom, the first time I went in, I could smell violets. There wasn't actually a manifestation. I couldn't see her. It was just the feeling that I got.
Are there any particular rooms in there that you feel her presence more strongly than others?
Just in the upper story, in her bedroom, and the room next to hers.
Well, the first sighting is a story that the family have told me, that Jane died up here in 1911, and 4 years later, in 1915, when one of her great-grandchildren was born, the baby was in the cot in the bedroom with the midwife, and this figure of a little old lady appeared in the doorway, looked at the baby, didn't say anything, went out of the room and down the stairs. And when the midwife went downstairs to the family, she said, "Who was that old lady that came and looked at the baby?" and so on, and described the old lady, and they said, "Well, that's Jane Dean's," and showed the midwife a photograph. She said, "That's her." I've been here about 12 years, and I've seen her once. I've felt her presence many times. I think after you've been here for a wee while, I mean a few years, you definitely feel something.
And if you're downstairs, pop out the back of the kitchen and take a look in around the pantry.
Okay.
I think you might find the cook is wandering around.
Right, I'll do that.
And once again, we're going to use a tri-field meter and set it up right here. It measures microwave, magnetic and electric fields, and paranormal experts believe that Paranormal activity is usually signified by a fluctuation in one of these fields. So that'll tell us if anything's happening up here. And I think the attic is a good place for it, right next to the ghost letters. Okay guys, time to sit up. We'll start you off with your helmets. Both of these have two cameras on them, one that points out and shows what you're looking at. And the other one is a camera that points back at your face so that we can see all of your emotions. You guys are all wired up and ready to go?
Yes.
Cool.
Now guys, paranormal experts believe that when there's spiritual activity in a room, it quite often results in a very sudden temperature drop. So here are some laser thermometers which will give you an instant digital reading. We'll go inside, have fun. I'll keep an eye out for you because you guys are just going to go for a bit of a wander, and I'll try and keep track of where you are.
Please do.
Yeah, please do.
I'm just standing at the bottom of the stairs and amongst this blinking dead animal heads.
She hasn't even started yet and she's exceptionally spooked. Can you go into the portrait room?
Is this the right room? Oh yeah. There's photos everywhere.
If you look around the room to your portraits, I think the first one as you come through the door on your left is a picture of William Dean's, which is quite a strange one because no one actually knows what he looks like. So the picture, or the portrait, is actually of his spirit over the gardens, I think it is.
Oh God, I feel like they're going to bounce out of the paintings and, I don't know, not harm me, but just spook me perhaps.
The land that Riccarton House is built on is known by the local Ngāi Tahu as Puturingamutu, which means land of an echo. And this place certainly seems to be full of echoes of the past. If I can get in here. I don't know if you can just hear that, but that's the floorboards creaking here. And I think I'm going to get that a lot in this place, because the whole place itself seems to be alive.
Take quite a few photos while you're up around there. I just seem to get a lot of movement in these cameras.
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't want to move.
If you head pretty much straight ahead, there's a door opposite you. I'm not even sure if it's open. Can you see that?
This one here?
Yeah, that room there is where the first sighting of Jane was. And there's a fireplace in there that when they were building it, they had the whole place locked. And the next morning when they came in, there was candle wax on the mantelpiece, which was strange because the whole place was locked, it was secure, it was even alarmed. So there's no way anyone could have got in there.
Oh, mate. This was Jane's bedroom, wasn't it?
Yep, that's the one. I can see you going straight into it.
I'm gonna knock. I just don't want to disturb her. This room was Jane's bedroom for 55 years, which I guess is why there's been sightings of her in this part. That's the part she feels most connected to, perhaps. Felt really intrusive. I didn't really want to do that.
Oh, wow. Okay. The temperature just drops completely when I walk in here. It's much colder in here. I can feel it. Ah! The wall just creaked. Ooh, that was just the wall just creaking.
Carolyn, can you hear me? Just at the top of the stairs to your right is the attic. Can you see that?
Sure, there is. What do you want me to do? Go there?
I'm getting an excessive reading on the tri-field meter, so... If you could just go up there and check on that and just give me a reading on that, that'd be cool.
Oh my god. Attics just shouldn't be gone into.
The tri-field meter is going to be at the very end on the right-hand side. I actually left it next to some letters and poems about ghosts.
It's beeping. Oh, I hate attics. We were shown around by a host who told us that there was a ghost. We didn't believe him until we saw dead Granny coming through the door. Are you there, Brad?
Can you just take a temperature reading and just take some photos, if that's okay?
The temperature is 18 degrees. Oh, my legs are like absolute jelly.
Michael, did Dorothy mention any particular rooms that you should go into?
When I spoke to Dorothy, she told me that she got a really strong reading from being down in the cold room or the pantry on the first floor. Do you want me to head down there?
That sounds like a good idea. Let me know if there's any dramas down there, and I can guide you back out.
Oh. God damn it, this place is squeaky. There's so many different noises all around the place. For some reason, Dorothy was saying before that she felt a lot of psychic energy in this area here. Maybe from a past cook or someone that worked here.
Jane actually had 12 grandchildren, so there needed to be a lot of rooms to take care of them. Oh, goodness. Oh, creaky floors. It's a scrap album. It's so old. Beautiful. It must be a little storybook, perhaps. It's so empty in here. There's nothing to be seen. Oh my god! What is that? It's so empty in here. There's nothing to be seen. Oh my god! What is that? It's a lovely wee statue with a thing that... Oh, friggin' heck. What is that?
I can tell you a bit about the statue that was carved by Roland Martin. It's of a young 15-year-old boy, an eeler. He was seen fishing for eels in the Avon River In fact, that was carved out of the first oak tree that was planted by the Deans.
No, friggin' heck. I said I wouldn't swear, but that brought me close to swearing.
Oh, sorry, I've got a real rush of cold air right back here.
That's actually the room where Jane died.
Straight ahead of me?
Yep, that's the one.
Hello, Jane. I hope you don't mind us being here tonight. Absolutely mean you total respect. I mean, for the house that you built, for the love that you had to your husband and the dedication that you had to build this place and see it through. Ah! Oh, man. Wow. Ah.
You all right?
Yeah. You. Ah.
I feel like we're disturbing her peace.
Okay, that's cool. Let's get out of here then, because I don't want to, I really don't want to disturb her peace at all.
It's not any warmer this morning. Hey.
How are you, Brad? You awake?
Now, I've never seen two people more scared and jumpy in one place in my entire life. What was all that about?
That place really freaked me out. Like, as soon as you walk in there, you just pick up this whole vibe of the history of the place. And I think it might have to do with the photos and things that were in there. It's a weird feeling.
The word you used was alive.
Yeah.
A lot last night. What do you mean by that?
The floorboards were creaking, there was noises.
It was a very noisy house,
very
wasn't
noisy.
it?
Cara, you mentioned the attic was one of the places you hated being in last night. And the tri-field meter was going off at that point. It was absolutely going crazy.
Oh my god. Attics just shouldn't be gone into.
You took quite a few photographs, but this was the only one that had this sort of little bit of, well, what I'd call ectoplasm on the wall there. And the reason it kind of took my attention was because it doesn't seem to be a part of the wall.
No.
It couldn't possibly be a reflection. It's too solid to be a glare or a flare from any light. It is one of those things whereby if I looked at that photograph on its own, I would
You would
probably
actually
dismiss it.
pass over it, wouldn't you?
But the fact that the tri-field meter was going off at the time, you felt something strange in the room, you start to look at things that are anomalies, even if you can't explain them, and that was just something that came up in no other photograph except for this one, and it happened to be in the attic as well. Now, Michael, you felt something when you walked into the first bedroom from the landing. I'm going to show you actually walking into the room from the outside landing.
Right.
And if you watch it, you basically do what anyone does. You open the door, and in you go. And you're in there for about 30 seconds. And I've looked through all the other footage, but I don't have another shot of this, even from your helmet cam. But you were well inside at the time.
Because the whole place itself seems to be alive.
And this happens to you a lot, Michael. I can't explain it.
What?
Just watch the door there on the right. It's quite bizarre.
That is really odd.
And I would love to see another angle of it, but it didn't come up on your helmet cam. You were looking the other way at the time. Maybe there was a gust of wind that blew it, but normally if you're at home and there's a gust of wind that blows the door shut, it actually picks up momentum and it slams.
It's pretty still out there now, and it was pretty still earlier in the night as well.
Yeah.
But as I said, there's no other angle of it, so I can't see it, you know.
Yeah.
It's just in that side of shot there, but a very bizarre thing. Caro, you went for a wander around before you did your walk. This was in the daylight, and you were taking some photos as you were walking up into the veranda, that sort of thing. it was a lovely shot of the house that you took, by the way.
Thanks.
It was superb.
House and garden.
Yeah,
Very
it's
nice.
an excellent shot. Could be a postcard.
Very beautiful.
The reason I show you that, though, is because this was the second one that you took.
Yeah, you're just looking at the whiskey going, that's a crap photo. I'm just looking at this bloody hooded
Holy hell!
friggin' thing. Yeah.
What is
Get
that?
back, what is it? What did you take? What is that?
I don't know.
You took the photo?
Well, I wouldn't have taken it if I'd seen that.
Because that's why I showed you the first one, because I was thinking, oh, it's something on the wall there that's, you know, there's a lot of movement. And but I had to go back to the previous photo to have a look, and there's nothing on the wall.
That's not an orb.
No, that's
That
not
ain't
an
no
orb.
orb.
But it's cool that it happened during the day and not at night, because
What is it? It's...
in paranormal terms, I can explain away orbs and ectoplasm, but
Yeah.
then you get to something like this, and you start talking in terms of, you know, actual apparitions.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure whether it's just the movement of you taking the photograph or the movement of the apparition itself.
It doesn't look like anything else in the photo, though. It's a completely different color. It's got eyes and a nose and a mouth. None of the other bits in the photo has an eyes and a nose and a mouth.
Looks like we've made a bit of a ghost hunter of you, Miss Caro. The photo that Caro took of the apparition or whatever it was that was on the veranda was quite impressive, and the response that it got from both of them obviously backed up how they were feeling inside. And I think we're getting very close to getting an apparition on video, which is like the holy grail of ghost hunting.
Cameras do their job, the digital cameras do their job, and then I do mine, which is to go in and be receptive. And I was highly, for whatever reasons, I felt very, very receptive in there.
So I was expecting there to be more of something just because of how much I was feeling, but I mean, you never know. That's what feelings are all about. I guess it's just your intuition, and sometimes you can't see the things that you feel. So that last photo, God, did my head in.